Today, in the capital city of Cameroon, Yaoundé City Council agents have demolished roadside stores, kiosks, restaurants and drinking spots in the neighborhoods of Emia and Melen, burning them to ashes. The operation, breaking December 2 at exactly 12 midnight, was guarded by the police. Some resistance proprietors at that time were brutalized. Meanwhile, elements of the MAROUA Mayor's Gerndame post in the Yaoundé 7 subdivision have dismantled a gang of 6 suspected bandits and presented them to the population. They were presented as thieves specialized in the theft of sheep. Deadly objects were in their possession. According to security sources, it took about 10 days to track them down. Recounts from some sheep owners exercise their grief as sheep are often being stolen. Next, the Cameroon Custom Authorities of Botalan Limbe, the city of Friendship, seized deteriorated fuel from a group of illicit fuel traders. The over 28,000 liters were seized as it was being transported to base. The fuel was concealed in drums and containers and was being transported via a bus. The fuel was fried into 83 drums of 200 liters each, as well as 75 containers of 25 liters each. Fortunately, the goods were abruptly taken custody following intelligence reports before they made their way into the black market. 2 individuals who were caught transporting the fuel managed to escape from the police grip but are still being hunted for. A source whose name preferred not to be mentioned reports that the smuggling of this illicit fuel into Cameroon is believed to be done by a cartel in the southwest region that will soon be uncovered within time. The sale of illicit fuel in Cameroon has been a major fight that the state has for a long time been into. This activity is not only a major damage to the country's economy, it is also dangerous for buyers and other roadside users. Furthermore, the government of Cameroon has said it is supporting traditional rulers for the Sunday's regional elections with financial assistance, compared to that which is often granted political parties for campaigns. Territorial Administration Minister Paul Antanganji communicated His Excellency President Paul Biya's decision in which he charged regional governors in the northwest and southwest regions with the responsibility of handling over the financial package come this Thursday, December 3rd. Only traditional rulers in northwest and southwest regions would be contesting in the elections, and 20 traditional rulers per region will form a house of chiefs attached to the regional council. The traditional rulers had earlier asked government for support to help them prepare for the elections. According to Minat's communique to the head of state for the traditional rulers of Cameroon, at the start of the current electoral campaign, candidates from the traditional leadership expressed the wish to benefit from financial support in the same way as the funding granted to political parties during electoral consultations. Only traditional rulers standing for the elections would benefit from the financial package. According to the release signed by Minister Antanganji, the first ever regional elections is an offshoot of a major national dialogue convened last year to discuss the crisis rocking the 2 English-speaking regions of Cameroon. Although the dialogue has failed to resolve the conflict 1 year later, government believes in a special status, including the setting up of regional assemblies, granted the 2 regions as a means of ending the conflict that started in 2016. The December regional elections will be held in the entire country, and regional assemblies will be formed for the first time in the country's history. The English-speaking Northwest and Southwest regions are expected to be compensated with the House of Chiefs, which government says will help to protect the cultures and traditional heritage of the Anglophone population, who say they are marginalized by the French majority government. Next, although the ruling CPDM party controls all municipalities in the Ocean Division of the South region, the party's divisional chair, Minister Jules Dorel Dongo, has warned militants against casting NULL votes during the upcoming regional elections. 5 days to the elections, the party fears disgruntled militants who failed to be nominated for regional council seats could cast empty ballots. NULL votes in this case could mean that none of the nominated candidates deserve a vote, and this will expose disunity among militants, something the party leaders are cautioning against. Victims of frustrations in the selection of candidates for the regional council and several party advisors are still resisting the vote on December 6th. Reports a South regional correspondent, the ruling CPDM beat the PCRN party of Cabral Libby in the Ocean Division during February's municipal elections. The CPDM controls all 9 municipal councils in the division and is the only party contesting the regional elections in the Ocean Division after Cabral Libby's party backed out of the race. According to reports, some of the CPDM militants are still disgruntled after they were rejected from contesting in the regional elections. It is feared that these councillors may express their frustrations by dropping empty ballots into the boxes. It is predicted that the ruling party might take over regional management in most regions after this Sunday's elections. The management in most regions after this Sunday's elections. The party controls 32 out of 33 municipalities in the East region and also controls most municipalities in the South and Central regions. Next, the difference about campaigns in Northwest regions ahead of the regional elections of December 6, 2020 is a great expectation about subjects handled, the code on decentralization and the spatial status for the Northwest and Southwest regions. Products of the major national dialogue features prominently in the key messages to fetch votes from the Electoral College of Municipal Councillors, who are known to be the kingmakers this time around. The content and doubts entertained about the sincerity to ensure the effectiveness of the spatial status is very topical. It's against this backdrop that many campaigns team members are stressing the importance of the regional elections as the last chapter towards the implementation of Code on Decentralization. The Northwest campaign team member Dr. ASAFOR Chi Cornelius took out time during the launching events in Bamenda to edify the public on the need to celebrate the Code on Decentralization because it captures spatial powers devolved to the Northwest and Southwest regions. It is all about the spatial status, which recognizes the historical, cultural, and linguistic and common law specificities of the Northwest and Southwest regions of Cameroon. From the presentation of Dr. ASAFOR Chi Cornelius, he said, the spatial status offers greater autonomy, better governance practices, and more opportunities for the economic prosperity of the Anglophone regions of the country. He featured specifies and peculiarities that have been captured by the spatial status in response to some demands of the common law lawyers and the population of the Anglophone community as a whole. Dr. ASAFOR Chi Cornelius went further to say The 2 regions, like the 8 others, shall be freely administered by the elected organs comprising the Regional Assembly and Regional Executive. Particularly, each of the regions featured a House of Chiefs that shall rule on all matters falling within the powers of the Regional Assembly. He went further to say that both regions shall enjoy the salient specificity of a public independent conciliator to examine and peacefully settle disputes between users and regional council administration, defend and also protect rights and freedoms. Next, we move to MAROUA Regional Hospital, who has promised better facilities for patients suffering from kidney failure in the Far North region. Dr. Gerard first made the promise today following a protest by patients who expressed their dismay over the treatment given them at the regional hospital. For a month now, they said some of the machines at the hospital have not been functioning, compelling them to travel for over 200 kilometers to get medical help in Garoua North region. Only death awaits us. For a month now, the machines have not worked, lamented a patient. According to the director of the MAROUA Regional Hospital, the patient's problem will be solved. He explained further that the technician to repair the machines was already in the country and will be working on the devices soon. Months back, similar protests were recorded in other parts of the country, including BIYA, the city of legendary hospitality, where patients said the lone dialysis machine in the facility had not been fixed. Many also accused health staffs of using their situation to get rich. After the break, we move out of the country where Pope Francis condemns the northeastern massacre of farmers. We take on a break.